Tonight, we conclude the double entendre triumphant. We went from shafts to balls, and tonight, we get a handle on that rack on the Tang clan. Hey guys, thank you very much for joining me again on another exciting episode of the Tang clan. My name is Rob, aka the Gangster of Pool. Racks, let's talk about them. Racking used to be a fine art. You need to have a tight rack in order to start your game. Uh, it used to be, we have these shape racks, and uh, you need to know how to rack in order to be a complete pool player, not just for yourself, but for others. Nobody wants a sloppy rack. Racking used to be a fine art form, but I think now, in this age now, we're getting to a point where we dumbify things for people, and thus entering the era of the template rack. I think it was probably either 2014, 2015 when I got my first personal home pool table. Um, and what was throwing me was the prices of racks. $100, even crappy wood ones were, upwards of $50. You got those plastic ones that were 10, $12, but who wants those? Somebody had recommended to me Magic Rack, and I have my original Magic Rack here. This Magic Rack is 10 years old. I bought it on a whim, and it's probably my longest current used piece of pool equipment. Last year at the Super Billiards Expo, me and Level 2 Jay, we had a good interview with the creator of Magic Rack, Roy, his son, Jaden, the pool player, who's a young pool player, and for as young as he is, the kid is dynamite. Check him out. I'll put a thing up top, but he's a good kid. Anyway, Magic Rack. This thing, it was one of those things you were like, yeah, right. You threw your nose up at, but only those of us who purchased this became believers in template racks right away. This thing is not crinkled. It's not. You see some usage, from the balls skinning off it, but there's no creases. There's no. If I can liken this material to anything, those of us old people who use film cameras, this feels like the negative from film cameras. Youngsters, you're just gonna have to Google it. Yeah, so started off with Magic Rack about 10 years ago, and like I said, it's been something that I've consistently used. There's been different template racks. I like tonight, the big deal. We're going to talk template racks. I got 4 of them. The big 4 template racks that are out and available right now. That are used in tournaments, that are used in homes and pool rooms across the nation. I think it's kind of shifted more to this template rack, and not only that, the prices of these racks is crazy. Your high end racks like your Predator rack and your Delta rack, upwards of $100, and you want to put that money into your cues and your bag and what's going into that stuff. Not a rack. Yeah, you need your racking systems and all that, but who the hell wants to pay $169 for a Delta rack? I mean, if you were a good racker and you knew how to rack and everything, and you want that rack, go for it. But nowadays it's like put $20 into these, and you can have them for a decade. Some that are just bad material, and they're disposable. But like anything, you take care of your stuff, whether it's a flimsy material or rock maple. You're going to get some years and usage out of it. But let's get down to business. Like I said, these shape racks, I have a Predator rack for 99 bucks. Delta rack, I'm showing 169. You know, those are good, solid, you know, old school racks. But I think the basis of what I want to accomplish here is I want to talk about the big four of the template racking world. And no better place to start than Magic Rack. This is my barometer for everything. If I see a template rack, I posted last week. I got the new Tang rack, and automatically, you know, Magic Rack is my bar. So anything I get, I compare it to Magic Rack. If it's better, you know, that's great. But believe me, there's nothing that's better than this. But there's definitely one recently that is almost at this quality. But anyway, let's start with Magic Rack. These things come in bundles of two, and we'll talk first about the original Magic Rack here. So this is the original Magic Rack, the original Magic Rack Black. This is let's see here, for the 9 and 10 ball, we have $12.95, and you get two racks. You get two 9 and 10 ball racks. They make a 8 ball rack that comes with a 9 and 10 for $15.95, and the 8 ball by itself is $12.95. But who plays 8 ball? This is a rotation world, baby. So Magic Rack, like I said, they're my barometer. Lately, Roy from Magic Rack has, we can call it a contract with the World 9 Ball Tour and my girl, Emily Frazier. So this is the new WNT 9 ball rack. It's 9 ball only. That's because, you know, they're doing only 9 ball. This guy is for two racks. This is $14.95, and what the difference between these and the original Magic Rack is, I believe Roy said they were like almost 75% thinner than the original Magic Rack. You know, obviously, you know, when you're getting down to paper thin stuff, you know, 75% thinner, you know, it seems like a lot, you know, but not in comparison of optics. This rack I got and I used. But I noticed it's very thin, and it started getting worn around the holes. You know, they not only was the color and the paper coming off, but the hole started to indent, and it got a little worn. But that's not saying it's not a higher end product than anything else. Like I said, this is my barometer, and this is where I set the bar for what a template rack is. So these are both Magic Racks. They're both from the same guy, same company, but one is slightly thinner, made exclusively for Emily and the whole Matchroom team for 9 ball. Like I said, this guy is $14.95. You get two 9 ball template racks. One other thing that Magic Rack offers is it's the same as the original, but it just comes in red. This one I like personally. It's just a little splash of color. You know, you're so used to everything being black. This one though, there was a little difference in what side you use. There's a almost like a matte dull side, and then a shiny side. This one is the duller side goes on the cloth, and it's always the shiny side up. Um, I I just guess the different what can you say, abrasiveness of the duller side is what it's going to prevent it from moving. Me personally, I play over the racks 100%. They never move. If they move slightly. And if I'm shooting directly over the rack, yeah, I'll pick it up. But generally, I leave them on the table the whole time, as do I think a lot of other pool players who use them. So yeah, Magic Rack. Actually, these ones were for 9 and 10 ball, which is this is a 9 and 10 ball rack. Obviously, you got your 10 and then your 9. This one is $12.95, and you get two of these for 9 and 10 ball. And look at my original one. This one's lasted 10 years, so $12.95. You know, $15. You know, for something that could possibly last you 10 years longer. That's great. That to me, that's a great product. You got length of use. It's great. Obviously, they're taking on the bigger forms of pool because they believe in it. That's probably about as much as I do. So that's great for them. So Magic Rack's the start. Um, After Magic Rack, the next thing I personally got into was Turtle Rack. Turtle Rack's a little weird. I guess it resembles a turtle. So here's your 9 and 10, and this is your universal combo. You could play 9, 10, and 8 ball with this. One thing I noticed about turtle racks is obviously they're white, so any type of dirt or chalk, accumulation on here is going to show. And this was similar to the thinner WNT Magic Rack. Is once it got around the holes, once it started to wear, it made like this little indention, and I think that's what's the wear pattern on most of these ones that try to be thinner than the original Magic Rack. So here, I I use Cyberts for my gauge and pricing. So Cyberts pool equipment. I didn't see this listed on sale for Cyberts, but the places that did list this for sale, it was $12.95 for the 8, 9, and 10 combo, which is this, and I think it's only one of them. So for something that wears that's up around the same price, and you only get one of them, I wouldn't call that the best buy in template racks, but still, this was one that I enjoyed using, but after a while it wore. It was thin enough to play over like I like, but just these little wear patterns kind of lifted it up and made an indention to where it wasn't, where it showed wear, and that's why it was standing up a little bit more. Um, my third thing is these little Outsville packages sold from Albert at Fort Worth Billiards. Outsville as a whole, I think the guy's name was Chris that ran Outsville. Um, these were cool. These racks, you've seen them used quite often in league tournaments, and used to see them a lot on like Predator like WPA matches, and prior to Magic Rack going to Matchroom, you'd see these sometimes in Matchroom events. But I think they're kind of getting phased out. I don't know if these were cool because people make print on them. Like when Jeanette Lee was sick, they printed up Jeanette Lee AccuRacks. Um, I guess it's easier to print on these, and you can get them out and circulate it easier. These are cool because they offered you quite a bit of things in here. You got your traditional 8, 9, and 10 racks, but also you got the 3 ball rack. Sometimes I see people playing 3 ball, and it's cool, but it's just another gimmick game. But the one thing that I really love and that I also use every time I play is the shark skin table saver spots. Use these for breaking. This you always notice, especially on cloth. You get your cloth burn marks, from the ball launching, and it leaves a little white spot. You practice jumping, the same thing. It's most people use another little piece of cloth, but also these are the same things you can use, and these are great. Also, I use these constantly. Every time I break, I got a table saver spot on there. I've had my cloth on my table going on over 5 years now, and this is a reason for that, because it's just protecting, keeping up a cleaning regimen on my cloth, and using these guys has literally saved my table. So the Outsville, they sell these by themselves, but they also come in this combo pack, and I think I got this at $21.95 for the set. These are cool. They were definitely they're flimsy, and they kind of, if they're shipped weird, they don't always lay the greatest, and it's kind of hard to flatten out. I always found that when I was laying the balls on here, they kind of bent up a little bit, and that always kind of made the balls shift. And then in the corners here, they always started to get the little tear. Um, this is kind of like the equivalent, so like a dryer sheet, the material of a dryer sheet. So yeah, I mean it's super flimsy. You can see the definite wear patterns on there. I could show you my table spot that I use. It's definitely beat up. But you get a pack of these, a pack of 12 of these, and I think I've had my pack for 3 years. I use these for months and months on ends, but it does wear pretty severely, once they're used heavy. And that's what I noticed from the rack. I mean, this is a new rack. I think I used this 9 ball one a couple times, but already after a couple racks, it was just really wearing. So that's why, even though I thought the pack was cool and all the stuff you get into it, I wasn't really a fan of the racks themselves. And then pulling up the very last one, probably the latest template racks to come out is the Tang Max rack. Tang is a product. I forgot how the acronym went, but it was a couple. I think it was Darren Appleton was the A, and then Mika Immonen was the N. I forgot how it was told to us, but this pack 1850, and you get 3 9 and 10 ball racks in here. You can also, if you play 8 ball, fuck plays 8 ball. It's 3 racks once again for 1850. And these I've been using for the past few weeks, and I really like them. If I had to place any rack currently um, close to or on the same level as Magic Rack, it would be these. Um, although it's been 2 weeks, I haven't had a crease or the holes starting to wear. There's a little slight discoloration where the balls are, but only time's gonna determine the length of these. But this is probably the thing closest to Magic Rack that I currently like right now. Like I said, I've been using this for a couple of weeks right now. Nothing's wrong with them. It plays great. It actually, there's kind of more of a it's still smooth to the touch, but I don't know if the light picks it up. The abrasive side on this that lets the rack not move. I mean, these really don't move when you put them down and play over them. I've had no issue with these coming up or sliding around, even shooting balls directly over them with English and backspin. They're not moving at all, and I really like that. I've been using just one. I've been saving these for a rainy day. But the one I've been using, man, it's been good. It's not sliding around. There's no wear on it. So I want to continually to play with that one, and I'm going to see how long it takes for it to break down, and that'll determine, if it's really meant to be in a high regard like that. But yeah, so this one 1850 for 3 of them, and it's probably the only. It's a little bit more than Magic Rack, but it has the potential to be. Who knows? It has the potential to be better. But that's it. Those are my 4 racks. If I was telling one person out there, or shit, if I was telling many people out there to buy one template rack, obviously it's Magic Rack. But these Telem racks are no slouch themselves. Yeah, they're a few bucks more, and the packaging is a little bit fancier and cooler. That's probably what you're paying for. But yeah, if I had to tell one person, it's going to be Magic Rack all day. I'm a definite Magic Rack guy. So any one of those 4 are serviceable, and if you had the option to get them, I would say get them all and just mess around with them, because I think that's what's fun about pool is there's some items out there that aren't a fortune, and you just pick up and mess around with, and it's what helps you gain knowledge about this, and helps you offer advice to people on products and whatnot. So let me just recap the prices real quick. Magic Rack 8, 9, and 10 ball, $15.95. The original Magic Rack for 9 and 10 ball, $12.95. You can also get the World 9 Ball Tour gray racks, the ones that are 75% thinner than the original Magic Rack. Those are two 9 ball racks for $14.95. or you can just one all-in-one combo 8, 9, 10 ball rack for $9.95. That Outsville AccuRack set with the 3 racks, the 3 ball rack, and the table saver spot. For that whole package, it's around $20. That one particularly had priced at $21.95. I know sometimes you can get older ones, that were printed last year, and you can get them cheaper, but usually about $20 is industry standard for that set. Turtle rack, $12.95, 8, 9, and 10 combo racks. And then finally, the Teo Max rack, 9 and 10 ball or 8 ball for 3 racks, $18.50. Yeah, that's about it. We've concluded the double entendre triumphant with shafts and balls and racks. To be clever, I don't know what we have left from here, but we're moving right along. We're getting through some of these essentials for the game. We're built on cues and cue information and all that, and all the fancy stuff that we love. But let's not forget the little things that make this game truly run, like what I've been doing with the balls and the racks and the shafts and all that. So we're moving on up the hill. One last thing I want to mention for all you East Coasters, Super Billiards Expo, April 11th through the 14th. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's in about 2 weeks. I normally attend that. I will be there on the Thursday. So if you see me, I ain't hard to miss. I'm a big fat fuck. So if you see me, say hi. Ask me for one of my cards. Let's talk. I love meeting people. I'm an Italian guy. I talk in my hands all the time. I love to bullshit. So please stop me. Say hi. Let's chat it up for a few minutes. Maybe you can be a guest on the next Q-Tank line. Who knows? That's about it. Once again, thank you guys. Thank you 100%. Please subscribe on YouTube, comment, like, thumbs up, all that stuff. You see people flying around, putting buttons up. That really helps get the word out. And I would like it if more people, seen the show, and then we can really gauge on what the hell I'm doing right and wrong. That's about it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. See you next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.